Hello there, I am Shola from Naija Watch. Remember I told you before about sending money to Africa from your mobile phone using SendWave? Well, SendWave is back with another special cash promotion for you guys. When you send money to Nigeria, SendWave will automatically add a cash bonus of almost 5% of every transaction above 50. Hello there, I am Shola from Naija Watch. Remember I told you before about sending money to Africa from your mobile phone using SendWave? Well, SendWave is back with another special cash promotion for you guys. When you send money to Nigeria, SendWave will automatically add a cash bonus of almost 5% of every transaction above $50, £50, and €50 respectively. That is a beautiful offer. Let me give you an example. If you are living in the United States of America and you are sending $100 to Nigeria, your recipient is going to receive $38,200 plus 1,800. So the overall money that your recipient is going to receive in Nigeria is 40,000 naira. Is that not beautiful? Do not forget to update your mobile application so you can have access to these amazing and fantastic offers. In addition to all this great news, if you are using SendWave for the first time, do not forget to add the Naija Watch promo code so that a bonus of $5, €5, or £5 will be added to your very first transfer, including the bonuses we've been talking about earlier. Wow, this is a very beautiful promotion and it's not going to be forever. It's going to be for a very short time. So hurry up and get it. Thank you.
Right. Hello, everyone, man. We are back again. We've got some prominent and very important of those songs that is coming here to talk to us today. All right, Mr. Comr.
Good evening.
Hello, Mr. Comr, Osazee, Edigin. It's nice to have you on the show. Good
Thank
evening.
you. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. We've got Darlington. We're waiting for Darlington. We're going to bring him now. Okay, good. Hello, Mr. Darlington, Deacon Darlington. How are you doing? Good evening, sir. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. No, your audio is very bad, Mr. Darlington. We can't hear you at all. Okay, what you need to do, you need to go off and come back again with the same link. Yeah, we can't hear you. All right. Comrade Osazee Edigin, nice to have you here. We are going to talk, this is going to be very brief. We are going to talk about Edo State election. What do you think of it? And also this current thread that is trending right now in Edo State concerning some eminent individuals. What can you say about that?
Well, the 2020 Edo State election has come with a new dimension. A new dimension in the sense that the two major actors of the PDP and of the APC political parties just switched political parties just against the 2016, the way it was. What is it called? Osazee contested under the PDP in 2016. Now it's contesting under the APC 2020. Vice and Obaseki, who contested under APC 2016, is contesting 2020. I think that is something that has brought a new dimension to the political tension in Edo State, because these things are all who came with the new political parties. And Adamso Shomole, who was the immediate past chairman of the APC, said so many things about Osazee 2016 and so many things for Godwin in 2016. Now, to it. And I think that has also led to the tension that is being going on
All right, hold on, Mr. Comrade Osazee, 1 minute. Let's welcome Mr. Ray in. Deacon Ray, can you hear me? I think you have a problem with your audio. That's the problem. Oh, very sad, very sad. All right, we are going to continue. Comrade Osazee, please go ahead about what you think about the forthcoming election in September 19. Who you think is going to emerge as the Edo State governor, or who you think deserve to become the governor of Edo State between the two major candidates, Pastor Osazee Yamo and Governor Godwin Obaseki?
Well, it is against our practice as human rights activists to take sides with any political party or any candidate, as it were. However, we try to emphasize and bring to bear some of the agenda being put forward by some of these candidates, so that Edo people should be able to choose. But on our own, we cannot state which political party is our preference or which candidate is our preference. It's against our rule and it's against our practice as activists. What we can do is to get the agenda, the plans, the blueprints of any of these political parties and use it as a springboard to enlighten Edo people about how they should vote and what is expected of government. We educate them on political education so that they can know the right candidate to vote. But how is just to observe and report whatever we see in the field during election day. But between the two candidates, as I said earlier, they have switched political parties. One, which is the APC, is also at the center government, and the PDP, which is also a minority or a opposition party before now in the state. But now the governor has gone to PDP, it has given PDP some level of strength, some level of political strength to struggle the position of governorship with the APC.
All right. Okay. Comrade Osazee, Edigin, please, you're going to hold on 1 minute. Let's welcome our brother into the show. Let's see if the audio is better now. Deacon Darlington. Yes, I think we can hear you now. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Your audio is still wavering though, but at least we can hear you, which is better. Please, can you introduce yourself to everyone?
Yeah, my name is I'm a member of the PDP campaign media for Basket Interest, and so the public.
Yeah, I think your network is not too good. I don't know why, because your network is really wavering. I don't know why. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we are hearing you, but it's kind of wavering. That's just the thing. I don't know why, you know. I wish we can help from here. And this is a very important discussion tonight. Well, fortunately, Deacon Darlington network is not very good tonight. All right, Comrade Osazee, I understand that you're rushing to somewhere, and I appreciate you honoring our invitation here. So you were saying something concerning people's choice, concerning within the two major candidates. So can you continue that, please?
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, Adams Oshomole appears to be the center factor between Izayamu and Obaseki. Looking at the role he played in 2016 between these two candidates, now that they have switched political parties, there's a new dimension to it. Now, other people are now looking at it in two perspectives. One, Oshomole demarketed Izayamu in 2016, and now is that market system is there 2020. Now, I don't ask you. You told us to vote for Obaseki in 2016. But you are telling us again to vote for Israel in 2020. And the coming of Obaseki brought some level of sanity to the system. For instance, the issue of Agberu were stopped, the issue of TDA addressed. I'm not going to talk much on the area of infrastructure, but these were the issues that brought into the mind of Edo people. However, Israel was also instrumental to part of Okobole's administration. And you cannot wish away the political strength of Edo State. But Oshobole appears to be the center person as it were today. So Edo people are now thinking, do we vote Israel or Obaseki being marketed by Oshobole in 2020 and marketed by the same Oshobole in 2016? And the issues be in the minds of Edo people.
All right. Okay. Let's see if the audio for Deacon Darlington is better now for the third time. Hello, Deacon Darlington. Yes, now we can hear you. Yay, better.
It's all right. It's nice.
Okay,
nice
can you introduce yourself to the public, please?
Yeah, I'm Darlington Okpewolore. I am a member of the media team of the Obaseki campaign committee, and also the publisher of Olika Reporters online news based in the United Kingdom.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. It's nice to have you on our show.
Thank you.
Like I was discussing with Comrade Osazee, you know, what he thinks about the two major candidates in this forthcoming election. So I would like you to let us know, especially we that live in the diaspora, why you think Governor Godwin Obaseki deserves a second term.
Well, for me, I am looking at the whole situation from two perspectives, and these are very fundamental perspectives. Number one, we are looking at equity, fair play, justice. Then the second one is performance. So if you look at the performance of Obaseki in the last 4 years or thereabout, you will want to believe with me that he has brought in a kind of development that is not that are fundamentals, the development that is lasting, the development that you will look at and say, yes, this is a lasting development. What are we talking about? We're talking about education. Education, he has one of the best education system scheme in Nigeria, if not in West Africa, where you call Edo best, a situation where you see a child of about 6 years old is about to read and write. A child that is between 6 at age 9, by the time you have gone your first 9 years in school, you are able to stand in any vocation you want to stand for. That is what Obaseki is bringing on board as far as education is concerned. You also look at what he has done in technical college, in Benin Technical College. You see the development, the restructuring, the refurbishing he has given to that school. And I tell you, any child, any youth that is trained, that's gone through that academic institution, I can tell you with every amount of responsibility that youth will stand against any of his peers anywhere in the world, because what you have there are contemporary equipment that can train our youth in any vocation they so choose. You leave that to infrastructure. Infrastructure is not just about building red roof and all that, and you say you build infrastructure. Talk about infrastructure, talk about roads that Oshomole himself did not fit, they don't think necessary to touch in his 8 years in office. These are the roads Obaseki is touching. Go inside Ring Road, inside the GROA, the government reservation area in Benin City. You see something is happening there. As we speak, I have taken time to talk to my friends, my colleagues in Benin City to go around what you call Ekawan Road, go around all these areas where before unpassable, they've all become construction sites today. A lot is happening.
Okay.
And when I want to look at the equity side of it, you will look at a situation where you have an Obaseki from Edo South that has stayed for 4 years. And you are looking for an Yamu that is coming to take over from him and stay for 8 years. That is having an Edo South reign for 12 years at the stretch. So what happened to the Esan nation? What happened to the other ethnic nationalities in the Edo State? We will look at Edo State since 1999. Since 1999, we have had Edo South. Edo South for 8 years during long time. We've had Oshomole from Edo North for 8 years. We had Edo Central nation for just 1.5 years. Now we are having an Edo South that is coming in that will run for another 8 years. At the grace of God.
Okay. All right. Deacon Darlington, I would like to ask you a question before we get to Comrade Osazee. When was the last time you visited Edo State, please?
Well, it may interest you to know that I left Nigeria in August, and I was in Benin City in July, and in that same August I left. So okay. It's not as if and before I left, mind you, why I am concentrating on this ethnic angle and looking at this ethnic perspective in the whole of this equation. I had a meeting. He invited me to his house in Utaku in Abuja in August. That is Yamu, and I brought this question. I confronted him with this question: you want to go for election? Did you say that Esan has no place in those states? Are you telling me? Did you say that the rumor is everywhere that you said Esan, they have done their time? There is no space for Esan. He denied it. But events after that particular meeting, events that followed showed clearly that he was against an Esan governorship. Now, if he goes in, God forbid it, I don't want it. If he goes in and he's going to go for 8 years at the stretch, then at the end of the day, you are going to be having an Edo South governorship for 12 straight years. Mind you, we have had 8 years of Edo. So in 30 years of Edo State, in democratic dispensation of Edo State in 30 years, the Edo nation, this Edo South, as it were, will have ruled for 20 years in 30 years. That is okay. That is so
I'm going to come in, Mr. Ray. I'm going to come in now. I know Comrade Osazee Edigin is not a partisan to any of the major candidates. I don't know if I'm right, Comrade. Am I right?
You are correct. You are correct.
Okay, good. So Comrade Osazee is a Edo civil society organization in Edo State. So he's going to be fair with his with whatever he's going to say today. So, Comrade Osazee, what do you have to say about what Deacon Darlington just said?
Well, as I said earlier, we are not partisan, and I cannot be speaking based on ethnic line. But I also believe there's need for equity, because we believe for fairness, equal justice. Because Peter Tosh, in one of the songs, said everybody's talking about peace. Everybody's talking about peace, but nobody's talking about justice. And if we must have peace, we must talk about justice.
Okay, you're paused, and we can't hear you. All right, Comrade, we lost you there. Okay, now. Deacon Ray, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. Now, before we have Comrade Osazee back, I'm going to ask you, because Governor Obaseki has been in position, being in the seat there for the past 4 years. What do you think he's going to do differently now if he managed to be the governor of Edo State in September 19?
Well, it's not about what he's going to do differently. It's about continuing with what he has started. He has a plan, and which is very visible. Everybody is seeing it. As a matter of fact, we are having for the first time contemporary governance, a governance that is not restricted to the confines of Edo State alone. Governance that is reaching out to the rest of the world. A governance that people from outside the world want to participate in. It's not just about living in Benin and having all your activities restricted to that ring road and GRO area, and you go about saying that you have lived in Benin for all years. That is not what we're talking about. Osazee is coming in to continue to build on the foundation he has laid. He has laid some solid foundation in every sector of governance. What are you talking about? Is it teachers you are talking about? Since 4 years, my mother is a retired teacher. She gets her money in this monthly pension as at when due every month without no issue. And that has to be sustained. The teachers are getting over thousands of teachers in Edo State are being trained and retrained. That has to be. It's not about coming to sit down in a class and be asking the teacher, spell this for me, spell that. That is not how to train teachers.
All right, Deacon, I'm going to come in before I bring Comrade Osazee in. I'm going to personally ask you this question because one of our followers had thrown this question to us on our last show, that a lot of people are clamoring that Governor Obaseki are paying pension, paying teachers, paying that. Now, the question is that an achievement? Do you think that is an achievement that government have achieved for the past 4 years by paying pension and paying teachers?
Let me tell you, my brother, it's not just an achievement, it ought to be celebrated. When you are coming in to see things, the rocks that had existed in this sector for a very long time, and somebody is coming in and people are getting what they are due. Teachers work at the end of the month, they don't have to be doing night vigil, praying and doing deliverance for God to release their money for them. Money comes to them as at when due. Pensioners that have served the state with everything in them for 35 to 30 years, they are going out, they are getting their pension, they are getting their pay. If you don't call that achievement, my brother, I don't know what you call that. Especially when we had pensioners dying on the streets of Benin, dying, protesting in the 8 years of Oshomole. This is, for me, much more than anything anybody has done. People must be appreciated. That's what you call dignity in labor. For people to be dignified, to say, yes, a teacher in the Edo State will come out and be proud that he is a teacher. Not just paying pensioners, training them. In the Oshomole time, how many times did we see teachers being trained? How many times do we see our teachers going on courses? That never existed. But today we have them. What about sports sector? What do you mean when you say you want to revamp the sports sector? It means you want to bring out a huge number of the youth off the streets. A huge number of the youth off the street to have them gainfully engaged.
All right. I'm going to bring Comrade in now. Comrade Osazee, do you think that for the past 4 years that Governor Obaseki has been in office, do you think he actually kept to his promise of 200,000 jobs?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Come again.
Okay. I said, do you think that...
I hear you now.
Okay, for the past 4 years that Governor Obaseki has been in office, remember, he promised to give 200,000 jobs. Do you think he kept to that?
Well, the governor has said that he has been able to give close to 200,000 jobs to Edo people. But you see, we don't we don't rely on speculation. We don't want to work with facts and figures. If Edo State government can avail Edo people, the persons that have benefited from these jobs, I think as at the last time, I had over 170,000 jobs that the state government said he has created. Yes, there are different ways of creating jobs, but most times it's not effective. Some can be indirect job creation. But it's just that the state government knows it has created. What in terms of persons, their counterparts, probably their local government they come from, so that people can truly interrogate how far the government has fared 2016 to date. It's not just about issuing the statement that you have done that. We need to see some of these things. Yes, like I know best that Mr. Irrigation, yes, that is those things. And we also being included. We saw them using tablets in teaching PPU, and this is a good development. But for job creation, we need documents. We need to see the data of the persons that got these jobs. I think in the absence of that, I will be able to believe that such number of jobs were actually created.
Okay. All right. Deacon Darlington, do you think the 200,000 jobs were created as is promised?
Well, first and foremost, you look at you first of all want to look at the dynamics of this job creation. Then you look at the promise that was made. Now, I'll first of all give it to Obaseki as a man of honor, as a man of dignity and credibility. Why? Because some of these promises we see up everywhere in Edo State today were made by Oshomole. They were made by Oshomole. But as a man who was in the train, who was in the campaign train, Oshomole almost virtually took over everything. You hardly heard Godwin spoke during that campaign. Oshomole was the one saying everything. But because he's a man of honor, because those promises were made in his time when campaigns were on for him, he had to stand by them. And if a man has told you that he has done close to 200,000 jobs, I would believe him, because he could have easily said that he didn't make such promises. Because if you look at all the videos, all the TVs, everything we have seen during the campaign, they were all promises made by Oshomole. Oshomole was making promises in a company that he was not going to play any role. So if we say that the Obaseki has made it, like I said, he has created close to 200,000, I will believe him, because now, how do you even create this 200,000? Well, my brother Osazee was talking about just as eight data. You might not necessarily need to be seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to up to 200,000. If about 50 or 100,000 people are taking, those ones also go by extension. It's like a chain. It's like a chain. Those ones also, for example, I am aware, particularly I am aware of some essays that were giving jobs.
All right, I'm going to ask Comrade Osazee this question. Comrade, like everybody, I've been saying that ever since Governor Godwin Obaseki being in office, he was able to eradicate Agberus in Benin, CDA were eradicated and all that. So yes, CDA is obvious to everyone, but for the Agberus, do you think Edo State, or maybe precisely Benin City, still have Agberus?
No, for now, we don't have Agberu. What we have are people who bring sanity to the system, which is public works volunteer. I think that task force was created to make sure that street trading is eradicated and people would not park in unauthorized area. Now, people now pay tickets, and this money goes into government cover. Unlike before, that you have people who became the state. But now, what we have seen so far is a level of vanity in the system. But let me quickly point this out, that whatever PDP is enjoying from Obaseki today, we can also say some of these things started from the APC. So that's why I said earlier, there is an interruption between the switch of position between Obaseki and Deyamo. Nobody is a figure in all of this. Whether Obaseki was in APC and PDP, or whether it was in the PDP in APC, also have get better person. No. So this Agberu, issue of PDP, these are things that both the mindset that is, and this is when it was this level of PDP.
Okay.
Now of the PDP. Now, how do we now relate this to a particular party? I think that is the uniqueness and what's happening in the politics today.
All right. We're not going to be here for long. We have 10 minutes. We're ending the show. I'm going to pass this question to Deacon Darlington. Deacon Darlington, you say you're a campaigner to Governor Godwin Obaseki, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, because you mentioned the Kewan Road when you were trying to talk about the achievements of Godwin Obaseki. I was in Benin about 3 days ago. That was, to be precise, on Friday. I went through the Ekewan Road. To be honest, the road is not passable no more. From the beginning to the end, Ekewan Road is not good at all. What do you say about that? Do you think Obaseki stopped working there because of the distraction from Oshomole, or what is happening? We want to know.
First and foremost, you look at the season we are right now in Nigeria, in Edo State, rainy season. I am aware that that road is awarded for reconstruction. That's a Ekewan Road. And I am also aware, just like many other roads, you see, Edo State does not just start and ends in Benin City. You understand? A lot of things are going on everywhere in agriculture, in all sectors in Edo State. So when we want to center the assessment of the achievement of Godwin Obaseki around Benin City alone, we might be doing a lot of other zones or areas disservice. Like I said just now, let us base this argument, let us base this conversation on equity and fair play. Let us base it on performance. If we are basing on performance, what has he done in other? There is no local government in Edo State, 18 local government that he has not touched, that he has not started doing something. So if we want to center our argument in Benin City alone, we might be missing it. Now, in Edo State, we have 3 senatorial zones in Edo State, and these zones have one by one effect, touch of Obaseki. My brother just now talked about how do you attribute the work that we must, APC will still take this one. No. As far as I'm concerned, the party is not a human being. Political parties are just structures, are just organs where you carry. What you have here is what you give to your people. If you don't have anything here, even if you come, if you are representing the APC or PDP, you can't deliver. This man, Obaseki, was declared openly to Edo State that whatever achievement and achieved in 8 years as a government, whatever achievement I made, this man was the Edigin room or whatever I called him then. This was the brain behind everything. So why do you want me to believe that whatever Oshomole achieved in 8 years is not even Obaseki that did it for him? So Obaseki started facing Edo, 8 years of Oshomole, and he has done 4 years, and he's going to do another 4 years. If you allow Obaseki for another 4 years, my brother, Edo State will be a hub of business and industrialization in Nigeria. People will come to Edo State. I can tell you that.
Okay, all right. Deacon Darlington, it means that if Godwin Obaseki comes back for the second term, Edo State will be stabilized positively, right?
Absolutely. And again, let me quickly tell you this, my brother. In the area of this, you talk about Agbero or whatever you call it just now. We need to breed another set of youth. The set of youth Obaseki is breeding right now, there is a set of youth that will not carry gun and that will not come to the markets of New Benin Urban Market and be pouring people's rice and beans away on the street because they are unable. They are the set of youth that will leave technical colleges, they will leave JSS3 and will be able to work anywhere in the system. These are the kind of contemporary youth. These are the type of youth Obaseki is breeding, and we must give him the chance.
All right, we are going to divert a little bit by answering this question on the board from Ima Elvis. He said next time bring people that live in Edo State, not those in abroad. Ima Elvis, I'm going to let you know right now that Comrade Osazee Edigin lives in Edo State, born, raised there. It's a Edo civil society organization. They have been fighting for me and you for so long. While Deacon Darlington is very frequent in Edo State.
Absolutely.
So we don't just bring people that doesn't have any awareness of what is going on in there.
Let him know that I vote in Uromi. I vote in Ward 5 Uromi every year. I vote there.
Okay. So Ima Elvis, I hope we answered your question. Thank you for your contribution. So now I'm going to pass this question to Comrade Osazee. Comrade Osazee, do you think, because you mentioned earlier on that Obaseki was able to stop the Agbero, or there's no Agbero anymore in Edo State, which is a good thing. But do you think, even when I know you're not partisan, but do you think if, for example, prospectively, Pastor Osazee emerge as the next governor of Edo State, do you think Agbo will come back again?
Well, there is a palpable fear of their coming. Looking at those guys who were so prominent during Oshomole's era, they appear to be the one actually supporting the Izeyamu campaign. I can mention names because we know them. For instance, Tony Kabaka and No Moles, Shaba, all these guys were those prominent Agberus we knew very well in Edo State then. But Izeyamu has assured Edo people that they are not going to come back. Well, there's a likelihood to believe him because when Obaseki was also campaigning in 2016, this same set of persons actually supported him in 2016. But when he came on board, he put a stop to the activities. Now, if Izeyamu is saying that he will also not allow them to take charge the way they did before 2016, to an extent, we can also believe him because Obaseki did the same thing, even though they supported him then. So, but the fear is that the level of support they are giving Izeyamu, some percentage of Edo people are thinking that if Izeyamu emerges as the governor, there's a possibility of this person coming back to Ring Road to intimidate and oppress and extort Edo people. The fear is there. We cannot move that. The fear is there.
Okay.
Let me tell you something about this, sir. Quickly.
Okay.
The issue of whether they will come back is not even there. The issue is when are they coming back? I can see them coming back immediately. God forbid Izeyamu wins, even before he's sworn in. Now, that doesn't miss it here. We cannot identify these guys with Obaseki. They worked for Oshomole during Obaseki time. That was why it was easy for Obaseki to ease them out. They were the same group of people that have been doing dirty job for Oshomole. That was why he was able to hire them to go to all the way to Bayelsa. From Edo to Bayelsa to go and be rigging election. I mean, Bayelsa and Akwa Ibom to go and be rigging election. So it's not a matter of if they will come. It is when. How would they come? So Obaseki easing them out is the best thing that has happened to Edo State development and the social life of Edo State. So if we are talking about having Izeyamu has already promised them. There is no two ways about that. He has had meetings with them. They have introduced themselves as the lions and the tigers, and he has told them, I know you can go to one or the other unit, they'll go to one ward and the other ward. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? We cannot be talking about people that are responsible, that are in government, that are doing things the way civil men should do things. Then we are bringing them side by side, bringing them in comparison with urchins, street urchins that are known worldwide.
The reason why I'm asking this question to Comrade Osazee and why you are participating with the same question as well is because of we that live in diaspora. Comrade, I'm talking to you, okay? Because we that live in diaspora, whenever we are visiting Edo State, we have a fear of kidnapping, armed robbers, criminals, and so on. But we are kind of scared if the suppression that Obaseki have put on these people, if at the end of the day it's going to be in vain if he lost the election in September. So now I believe most of our plight with that lives in diaspora, is for Agbo never to ever come back in those states. So what do you think about this, Comrade?
So the truth of the matter is nobody even thought after the show that Obaseki was going to dislodge these guys when he was campaigning. Because even during the campaign, there are videos where Obaseki held meetings with some of these persons. He also assured them that he knows that what they are going through, that he will not dislodge them. I think I've seen videos like that. But at the end of the day, he did dislodge them. Now, I'm not too sure if Izeyamu will go that low to bring back Agberu, because a standard has been set by Obaseki. And because of the level of awareness, Edo people will resist any form of Agberuism if it is Izeyamu that emerges at the end of the day. A standard has been set. Even the standard Oshomole set, Obaseki has not gone below it as it is today. For instance, the payment of salaries that was constant during Oshomole's administration. Obaseki maintained it. Now Oshomole built the structure, the red schools. Obaseki now trained teachers. Now there's no going down the standard that we set down by Oshomole. I'm not sure if Ezeyamu will go that low because the standard has been set by Obaseki in that regard. But the fear is there. The government can decide to do whatever it wants to do. The people can only complain. The people can only talk. People can only protest. But whatever the government wants to do, they will do. So we are used to such things in Nigeria. But we have not tested Ezeyamu to know if he will bring Agberu or not. Because even when Obaseki was coming, people thought he was going to retain the Agberus, but he never did. And then what are people? And Ezeyamu that we have not tested, we cannot say if he will return the Agberus or not. We cannot say that. And nobody should be able to say that at least today until he has been tested and confirmed to align himself with the reason it was before now.
All right. I'm going to ask this question. Any of you can answer the question, but I'm going to throw it at Comr Osazee. That about 2 days ago, we heard about the assassination attempt concerning some prominent Edo politicians, allegedly that Oshomole want to assassinate some individuals. What can you say about that, Comrade?
Well, the level of tension in this particular politics or this particular election, it has never been like this in the Edo states. I've never witnessed the level of tension. And I can say the reason is because of a particular factor, which is Oshomole. In 2016 and 2020, he's switching roles. And there's this, how do I put it now? There's this disagreement, very sharp disagreement between the APC and the PDP. Not than before. Their campaigns are not issue-based. Their campaign resulted to campaign of calumny, campaign of destruction, campaign of backbiting that has not been known before now. The tension is high. Now, what is after the one you mentioned now? There was a publication that some people have been marked for assassination. And we have not, the last 2016 election was so peaceful that no single person died in that election. But what we are seeing in 2020, the tension is very high. The level of insecurity in the 2020 election, governorship election is very high. I'm saying the truth. The murder assassination attempt to Honorable Nabani Demia is something that is worrisome. And every Edo person must speak against it. And those names that they said they burned down for assassination, I think the security agency should wrap up education and ensure that everyone that is found culpable should be arrested and prosecuted. Because the election is not take my own. Campaign issues. Don't move forward. If we now assume this particular situation today in those states.
Okay, Deacon Darlington, I'm going to throw a question at you. Are you aware that 4 more members of House of Assembly decamped to APC?
Yeah, I'm aware. They have not really, not a matter of decamp. It was saying that they are supporting Ezeyamu. They didn't leave APC in the first place. So it's not as if they decamp. They made a pronouncement, declaration that they are supporting Ezeyamu. It's not as if they were in PDP. The house has been APC house right from the outset. The 10 members that were sworn in, they have always been APC. So these ones, some of them supported Obaseki, some of them came with Obaseki to PDP, and this other 4 said they are supporting Ezeyamu, which is their right. They have the right to support whoever they want to support. I don't have any problem with that. But the problem of security threat to life that you raised just now, when you see situations like this, alarm like this is being raised like by a person that is highly placed, like the deputy governor of the state, we must take it very, very seriously. he said that he has intelligence reports, and these are not issues that we just see. So many people were mentioned there. People that are close to me personally were mentioned there. Their names were mentioned. And co. You understand? Now, if we say it's just a story, I don't know what if it happens. So we must take measures. We must take. Okay, I was threatened because my paper reporters mentioned one big man, one Benin billionaire. He sent text message threatening my life. So I was threatened also. So, and I didn't take it lightly. I took it very seriously, and I did the needful. So if you see situations like this, a man that is as high as the deputy governor of a state is coming out to tell you that he has security reports about this and that as mentioned association threats, and even went ahead to point out the person, called me, sent photograph and all that. Come on, man. We must take it seriously. I'm sure we do the.
Okay. Now I think it's time for us now to end the show. I'm just going to say 2 minutes. Comrade Osazee Edigin, address those in diaspora, reintroduce yourself again, tell those what they should expect in September 19.
I still remain Comrade Osazee Edigin. I'm the Public Relations Officer of those civil society organizations. We are human rights activists. We promote good governance, social justice, and human rights. 2020 governorship election is by the corner, and a lot of things have been happening. For those of our brothers in the diaspora, I think they should encourage our actors to play by the rules. Their campaign should be issue-based. We should encourage the issue of threat to life. And I also want those in the diaspora to also bring some of the things that work in those climes to Nigeria. There are things that in the diaspora in whatever society they live. Those are some of the things they can use to encourage our leaders to behave like those societies that are advanced, that are democratic to their people, instead of the way we are doing it here in Nigeria. We have a lot of opportunity as people of Nigeria collectively.
All right. Thank you, Comrade Osazee Edigin. We really appreciate your time this evening. We understand that you're a very, very busy man, but we appreciate you taking some time out to talk to us. Thank you very much. And Deacon Darlington, you have 2 minutes to tell those why they should just tell them everything concerning the forthcoming September 19 election, and what especially us that live in diaspora need to expect.
Well, I want to tell my Edo people one thing. That is equity. We must believe in equity. We must believe in fair play. The Edo state, as it were, we talk about today, is not by one sector of the state. One ethnic nationality cannot govern Edo state for 12 straight years, while others have not done anything. I want to tell my people that Godwin Osazee represents equity in Edo state. He represents fair play. He represents integrity and credibility. It is a man who has lived in this part of the world before, who has lived in America before, that is bringing development as he has seen outside the continent to Edo state, must be allowed to continue. A man who has brought innovation into education system, where you see a 6-year-old boy in public school and not being taught how to use iPad to do homework with iPad and computer system, is a man that should be allowed to continue. And we should also know that a man that came out boldly, that put a stop to the old order where Comr, hooliganism and capitalism was the order of the day in Edo state. A man who came all out to put a stop to it must be allowed to continue. I want to say boldly that anything Izeyamo represents deceit, represent cheat, and represent cheat as in cheating to any other ethnic group, particularly the Esan nation, who have been so deprived, who have been so marginalized, and who have been so isolated. This is the time for ASA people to rise up against CZM, to rise up against ACP, APC, line up behind Obaseki, ensure that Obaseki gets the decision, he comes back to office to continue what he has done, and by 2024, the ASA nation will produce a government that will continue from where Obaseki will stop. That is my final word.
All right. Thank you, Deacon Darlington. We really appreciate you, Mr. Ray. We appreciate you, Comrade Osazee, Edigin. Thank you, guys, for coming on. I'm going to bring you guys back again anytime randomly, even maybe before the election or after the election. Thank you very much and have a good evening.
Thank you for having me. God bless.
All right. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate your time so much. I'm going to let you hear the send wave again before I address you all.
Hello there. I am Shola from Naija Watch. Remember I told you before about sending money to Africa from mobile phones using SendWave? Well, SendWave is back with another special cash promotion for you guys. When you send money to Nigeria, SendWave will automatically add a cash bonus of almost 5% of every transaction above $50, £50, and €50 respectively. That is a beautiful offer. Let me give you an example. If you are living in the United States of America, you are sending $100 to Nigeria, your recipient is going to receive 38,200 plus 1,800. So the overall money that your recipient is going to receive in Nigeria is 14,000 naira. Is that not beautiful? Do not forget to update your mobile application so you can have access to these amazing and fantastic offers. In addition to all this great news, if you are using SendWave for the first time, do not forget to add the Naija Watch promo code so that a bonus of $5, €5, or £5 will be added to your very first transfer, including the bonuses we were talking about earlier. Wow, this is a very beautiful promotion, and it's not going to be forever. It's going to be for a very short time. So hurry up and get it. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, everyone, for this evening. We are not going to stay long today. We just wanted to do it straight away. It's a straight question, which all the questions have been answered. So we are going to come back again on Thursday with another prominent Edo son. So thank you. Have a good evening. We love you all. Thank you for supporting us all this while. We are here to serve you. Thank you. Have a good evening and goodbye.